We are inching ever closer to determining the identity of a new continental champion. Nigeria have booked their place in the final of the Africa Women's Cup of Nations earlier on today. Now it is the turn of either Ghana or the hosts Morocco. Welcome everyone. A big battle is set tonight here at Stade Olympique in Rabat in the Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations semi-final. Once again, close to a full house here. Wonderful turnout from the home fans as Morocco look to advance to the final for a second successive tournament. But Ghana's Black Queens are going to be no pushover.
Let's bet on Africa. OneXBet.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
They told me it was too hard. They told me I'd never make it. They said I should let the boys play. They said everyone would laugh at me. So when they say it's not real football, I don't listen. And I shoot.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
Against Algeria, even though it took them a lot of time. What about the fatigue factor?
I think it is a point of contention, considering that they were also out in Oujda, and having to fly out to Casablanca and play in Rabat as well. It's almost like an hour drive, so that probably has taken a toll on them. But the days in between, you're hoping that the medical staff has had enough time for regeneration. It's a new 90 minutes for them. They know that they're just one match away to the final, so they're definitely going to give their all.
That must be motivation enough for any footballer so close now to the deciding game. Remember, Friday we have the third place playoff in Casablanca. South Africa will be competing in that after losing to Nigeria earlier on today. Nigeria will be here at the Stade Olympique on Saturday night. Back in the final again and looking to extend their record number of triumphs in this particular tournament. Now, we will have the national anthems and the pre-match formalities, and then we can get on with the action here in Rabat. God Bless Our Homeland. Ghana is the national anthem of the West African country. The Sheffian anthem now for Morocco. you can hear from the volume level who the majority of tonight's spectators will be supporting. Great turnout yet again here in Rabat. So only a second time these two teams have met in the WAFCON, and the previous meeting 25 years ago, where Ghana were fairly comfortable victors by 3-0. Much has changed to them since then, of course, and Morocco tonight with a powerful lineup. They have made two changes, though. It's the first time that Jorge Vidal, the coach, has decided to change players in his starting lineup. 4 successive matches with the same 11. But tonight, Elodie Nakash comes in, as well as Sana Msoudi. Both of them, Amanda, have been stalwarts off the bench. They've all come on and contributed in the previous 4 games in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, I think warranted changes, and Nakash, her ability to read the game very well, but also spraying those passes. I think they want to get behind the Ghanaian defense. But of course, I think Msoudi as well. You want someone that can play in between the lines, that can get the ball out and maybe create those goal-scoring opportunities.
Badri and Tagnaut are the two players who cede their places in the lineup. Refereeing team today headed by a maths teacher from Bujumbura in Burundi. Miss Iratunga in charge. She's got her compatriot alongside her, who is Fides Bangarumbona, and then from Cameroon on the near side line, Karine Fomo. Both the linesmen, by the way, or assistant referees I should call them, were at the Under-20 World Cup in Colombia last year, and that of course gives you a very good chance to go to the Women's World Cup in Brazil in 2027. So amongst the more promising young officials in African football, final law being laid down here by referee Iratunga. And the goalkeepers in particular, I think, being reminded, of course, of the new rule where you have 8 seconds in which to release the ball. Referee gives you a warning, and if you don't, indirect free kick to the other team. That's going to be universally used, brought in for the Club World Cup, and universally used across all leagues starting this season. VAR tonight will be handled in the box. And then, of course, onto the Ghanaian side. Just here, much speculation before this match about whether the coach would freshen things up, given all the potential fatigue. But he has shown faith in the starting 11 that got the victory against Algeria. So unchanged are the Black Queens. Lots of talent in here as well. Players based in America in particular. We are looking for some of the special talents of Boudoir up front, the English boy Klokra as well, who will be leading the attack alongside Boudoir.
Yeah, I think it took Coach Kim a bit of a while to find that combination, particularly in the striking force, with Evelyn Badu being the one who is a striking partner for Boudoir. But of course, I think Chantal comes in with a great technique that she possesses. You can see that from development, she's got that extra skill and that extra finesse, and that's exactly what they need up front. Someone who's clinical, very composed as well on the ball. And
she's a former England junior international, played for them at under 18 and under 21 level. Switched to national allegiance in March, and fairly new in the Ghanaian side, but has impressed in this tournament so far. So here's the countdown, ready to go in Rabat. Who is going to play Nigeria in the WAFCON final on Saturday? Plenty of tension, I think, for the home side. Ghana really got nothing to lose, but they'll come in here with some confidence, having disposed of Algeria in the previous match. Eight Hadjes, the right back for Morocco, had an outstanding game against Mali in the quarter-final. But Ghana in possession. Played out wide by Boudoir. Boache, the long-standing veteran of the side, in the middle of the park, dictating things. And the captain's armband tonight with Asantema. Two coaches, of course, both from Europe, both with experience of club football in Europe, but the Ghanaian coach, Kimlas Bjorkgren, has his first national team job here in charge of Ghana, whereas Jorge Vilda, of course, won the Women's World Cup with Spain this time last year, or this time 2 years ago, I should say, in Australia and New Zealand. Boudoir up front will be the main outlet you'd fancy for the Black Queens. No nerves initially. There's Jorge Vilda and the Swede Bjorkgren. He's been in charge since January. Record of 4 wins, 5 losses and 3 draws. But all of that will be inconsequential if he takes them to the final. Remember, Ghana started this tournament with a defeat at the hands of South Africa in their opening group match. Certainly didn't impress in that game, although they did have opportunities, it must be said. And then a draw with Mali put pressure on them. They bounced back with a good one against Tanzania. A little bit of good fortune in 1 or 2 of those goals. Oh, that's a little mix-up in the Ghanaian ranks. Monsu going in for the header. She's the left back, German born, and I think given her skipper a good knock on the side of the head. Oh, kung fu style into your own captain.
Yeah, those can be really painful. If it is that it actually lands right on that hip bone, it becomes very difficult indeed. And I'm sure the captain wouldn't really like that in the early stages, because they really need her. I think Portia brings so much calm as well at the back. She used to be a midfielder, very tough one. I played against her a couple of times. But I think the coach now prefers for her to be now in that centre-back position, where I think even just her passing skills come in handy.
Well, she's 36 years old, Boache, the captain. Been playing in Europe for almost a decade now. Sweden, Turkey, Hungary, and now back to Sweden. A consummate pro. I think she was a former finalist in the African Footballer of the Year, the Women's Footballer of the Year, back in 2015. Career of longevity, but Bonsu might well have shortened her playing time here. That's pretty sore in the midriff. Kung fu style from her own player. Drop ball is the decision here from the referee. Is she going to give this to Morocco? Chasing the Ghanaians away. Early stages in Rabat. Much anticipated game this. Possession given away. Kuju in the midfield. Yeboah. And a long ball into the penalty area. Way over the top of the 2 attackers. Early first touch as well for Mrichi, the goalkeeper. This is Mrabat. She was taken off at half-time in the last game. Good ball, though, for Msoudi. Must say Msoudi impressed coming on for Morocco on Saturday.
She's not usually a starter for Morocco, but this time around, I think credits to your statement, Mark. I think she earned it. She raised her hand just for incredible individual brilliance. Really, sometimes when things are deadlock tight, and usually the played teams that can deploy a very low block and remain compact. You really want someone who can just give you that Midas touch with her skills to really just unlock the defense.
She was a player of the tournament at the Champions League a couple of years ago. There's so much talent, both of these sides, and so much experience as well. And 1 or 2 precocious teenagers too in the Ghanaian side with a massive potential. Talking of Nyamyeke, who's playing in America already. She'll be 20 in September, wearing jersey 14. And Yeboah on the right-hand side of the defense, she'll be 19 in December. One of the very few players in the Ghanaian side who are home-based. Well, there's a few lumps and bruises already on both sides. Trailing leg there from Mafu. Understandably, Sakina Uzraoui not particularly happy. Now Benzina clears. Nakash loses out. Kuju. Swept out by Dua onto the right. Here come Morocco. Kusudi. A very tense first semi-final between South Africa and Nigeria. Not too much in the way of playing football. Wasn't a particularly exciting game. Obviously, so much at stake. Those kind of contests really are. We're hoping for much more in the way of opportunity and skills in this particular encounter.
Yeah, Nigeria and South Africa is always one of those rivalries where it becomes really difficult to even get the flow, the momentum of the game. But I thought the South Africans really gave it their all, chasing from the penalty spot kick from Ajibade and then coming back, also getting a penalty. But things just didn't go their way, and sometimes psychologically from an injury or from one of the players becomes difficult. But the game on itself, I think the Nigerians can really account for just having that great physicality. It's quite imposing. Yeah.
And it's going to be a factor, of course, in the final. I think whoever they play, they're probably going to go into the game as favourites. Perhaps marginally if it's Morocco. Overwhelmingly if it's Ghana. Kusudi gets the backing of the crowd there. She battles with Yeboah. Now Mrabat. Was that a shot or a cross? That's certainly a shot. Aitaj blasted well over the top.
It's incredible how much of an engine she has on her, Aitaj. The last game she played, 81 touches on the ball. Just seems like she's one of those players who really enjoy to be high up on the pitch and still has that endurance to go back for her defensive duties.
It's one of the great sights of football, a marauding fullback up and down the line.
Yeah.
Always fabulous to watch. She was maybe a little unlucky not to get the player of the match for the last encounter. Went to Jraidi, of course, for her 2-goal contribution. Now Bonsu. Had a toe trodden on, but it's going to be Ghana ball. Quick one. A routine that they've obviously worked on, but quick thinking as well from Aitaj. Back with Ghana. They're seeing a good deal of possession here in these early stages.
I think with the formation that they're playing as well, the 3-5-2, it allows them to really pack that midfield. As you see, Bonsu having the ability to go up as well. They're going to do that quite often.
Here's Bonsu now with a good turn. Excuse me, that's Boyd Throkra. Here she is again. Started her football career at Everton in Liverpool. Taken away by Kuju. Shot now on goal. And the first one hits Enanga by Boyd Throkra.
She's got great technique. Really enjoy her technical abilities as well. She strikes the ball really well. And not a player who shies away from taking shots from range. And that's what the Ghanaians also like. They can be really direct, but if they want to, they can go out wide and give you the crosses.
Well, if there were any Moroccan fans who thought they were coming for a quick, breezy 90 minutes here of home success, I think the first 10 minutes have certainly persuaded them otherwise. Uzraoui. Good challenge. Again, Ghana stealing possession away. This is progress from Asentewa. Looking for Budwa up front. Benzina. So many of these Moroccans, of course, performing at the World Cup. in Australia and New Zealand. Excellent tournament for Africa with teams advancing. And then, of course, hoping to have success at the next WAFCON, which will be also a decider for the World Cup in Brazil.
Enjoy the fact that the turnaround time is much faster this time around than it was.
Well, this tournament, of course, scheduled for last year, and you can see all the motifs, say Morocco 24. The reason why it was postponed was because of the Paris Olympics. The women's football tournament there is played at full international level, so it would have impacted on quite a few participating sides. So this tournament was put back a year. But the next WAFCON is scheduled for next year, preliminarily in March, although they might stretch it about to a little later in the year. Now, possession with Dua. Sent the pass inside from Boache, the captain. Now, the strong running teenager, Yeboah. Kuju in the middle. Her sister Elizabeth was a Ghanaian international before Jennifer. Apparently there's another younger sister waiting in the wings, making a bit of a family hat-trick in the Ghanaian football scene.
I wonder from the parents, who's the one that dominates it really in sports then in that regard.
Well, the sun is still up. We're just past 8 o'clock local time here in Morocco. Summertime in North Africa. What a magnificent country. And remember, the 2030 World Cup will be here, co-hosted with Spain and Portugal. There'll be a fair number of matches across Morocco, and I'm sure visitors will be absolutely entranced with what they see. Watch it again. That's a chance now for Ghana. Shot goes in, straight at the keeper. Maybe a bit more space, a bit more time to maneuver.
Yep.
Did the trigger go a little too early?
I thought she could have made a little bit of ground.
Now here again.
I thought she could have covered a little bit of ground once again. Another rush shot from Princess. But look at the accuracy from Portia, right from the back, direct ball, diagonal pass, the accuracy as well, the control, good shot on target, but rightfully so, like you say, Yamaketa could have just really had a little bit of ground.
Bit of a confidence builder for the keeper as well, because she has had her moments in this tournament. Al Hajj will take the throw in. And we are moving swiftly towards the 15-minute mark in this game. This is Uzraoui. Quick cover provided by Asantewa. Player of the match in the last game against Algeria, the number 5. Now, Uzraoui, Mrabet, Redouani, and Msoudi cutting inside. Skipper Shemak. 4 goals in the tournament for the captain, but she's never scored in the knockout stages of a WAFCON. She gives away a free kick there as well for a bit of shirt pulling. And you can hear what the local crowd thinks of that decision.
But a right decision after all.
Nakash needs to make use of the opportunities being given her in the starting lineup. Given possession away on a couple of occasions already in this opening quarter hour. Bit of space for Mrabat. The decibel level goes up substantially as Masudi chases on. Play on, says the referee. Good call as well. And now there'll be a halt to proceedings over on that far side. Well, she was trodden on Masudi, but first contact made by Yeboah on the ball. That's the reason why play continued. The 39-year-old Rabah at the back with Benzina. Oh, lovely skills. Shabak with the excellent pass. Masudi gets it out wide here. Let's see what Uzraoui can do. Comes off Bonsu, throw in Morocco.
Great ball rotation, combination play on the one side, creating those triangles, and an immediate, quick change to the other side. They always really try to find that opening.
Well, that combination not working out for Ghana. Now Benzina has a look up, options left and right. Says, well, Rabah, you take charge of that. Redouani at left back. There's the jersey number 2, which is a little out of kilter with the tradition. Not seen much from Jraidi in these early stages. Nothing's really fallen her way.
Yep, I think they did a lot of homework on her. They're really keeping her quiet in the meantime. But of course, look at just the defensive block that Ghana has. A low mid block, very compact. Good defensive organization, just making sure that the internal distances are equal, denying them the space. And that's why it's a little bit difficult for Jraidi to find the openings. You find the likes of Msudi, Mrabat just releasing the ball far too early.
Talhaj gets there first, as she so often does. But it is a Ghana throw-in. Bonsu, born in Berlin, by the way. Bit of ground being made. Now Nakash. This time she gets the free kick. And they were very quickly onto her again. They've almost seemingly identified her as someone that they can pinch the ball away from. Good pressing every time. But Princess Marfu gives the free kick away. And so here come Morocco. With Msudi. Yeboah, the defender. Msudi gets the better of her. Jraidi waits in the middle. Good cover from Kuju. Maybe the counter now with Boy Plokka. Risky ball that, but finds Dua. Bit of space with Bonsu on the left. Across the halfway line. Early ball in. Benzina battling away. Is she going to concede the corner? She does very well. Throw in it'll be.
Bit of miscommunication there from the centre back and the goalkeeper Mrishi. Benzina just thinking the goalkeeper's going to come out and retrieve that ball, but then again Badua with a physical presence, just quite intimidating and just really wants to impose herself in the box.
Now Ghana battling again. Nakash Uzraoui, they haven't cleared it yet. Still a little bit of danger here for Morocco. Oh, she does well. Uzraoui, Spanish-born, Belgian-raised, Morocco international. Here's the skipper. Shabak. Usoudi, bit of space for her. Shot comes in on the right foot. Again, a little hasty. Both of these sides anxious. A sense maybe a manner of the nerves coming into this game. So much at stake.
Yep, I mean, it's 21 minutes on the clock now, and you would have expected that maybe the Moroccans would have scored by now. So, yeah, I think Usoudi, just in that regard, just rushing it once again. She had a couple of options, decision-making just letting her down.
Well, the first part of the first half has sped away swiftly. Both sides settling in now. Morocco, of course, unbeaten in their last 8 games, 7 wins. And a single draw here at the WAFCON. Ghana have won only one of their past 6 matches. Foul in favour Asantewa.
She's so strong.
And she's complaining about the fact she didn't make initial contact with the ball. They're going to be lots of lumps and bruises tomorrow, both of these sides. They'll be thankful they're wearing shin pads, those that are. Look at that crowd again. This is a glorious stadium. We're going to see this in use for a couple of the group games at the Men's Cup of Nations in December, but the big stadium next door is also scheduled to open. Benzina clears. Eital Haj finds Shraidi all on her own. Now Shebak comes in support. Looking for Shraidi again. Almost through. Great interception in the end from Dua, and a chase is on here. Princess Mafu, who came through the Right to Dream Academy, set up by Tom Vernon, brought through excellent number of men's footballers. Mohamed Kudus, who's just gone to Tottenham as a graduate. But Princess Mafu is the first female graduate of the Right to Dream Academy. They've got a link up with Nord-Jylland in Denmark, and most of the players go there, the ones with potential. She went there and now sold to AFC in North American Soccer League.
I guess you're alluding to the power of networks, Mr. Gleason.
Absolutely. Oh, good turn. Can Benzina say that from going for a corner? Linesman says no. Well, I must say Ghana really have come into this game with such a positive attitude.
Yeah, we spoke about how the pressure is much more on the Moroccans, and they're just going into this one with not much pressure, but with just high hopes of really causing an upset. And they are just one match away from the final, so anything is possible.
Oh, lots of pushing and shoving in that penalty box. Gameche now, the 19-year-old, also based in the USA, standing by to take this. Well, they look a picture of innocence on some occasion, those girls, but there's a bit of skullduggery going on there. Mrabat gets a clearing header. Back in again. He has a great chance. Oh, it's a goal. No, yes it is. Ghana have scored. What a superb initial save, but the follow-up in the back of the net didn't cross the line before there was a touch. Well, I don't think Ghana will be particularly concerned about the identity of the goal scorer just yet. struck with some venom that shot. What a save that was initially. I thought it was flying into the back of the net.
Yeah, what a save, Mark. But you have to also just marvel the play and the build-up leading to this goal. Asante were very instrumental in making sure that she switches the ball direction very quickly. And we spoke about the importance and how crucial those crosses are for Ghana. And here once again, they capitalize, Chantal, with a perfectly weighted header into the corner to beat Rishi.
Well, it was Bonsu actually, and it looked as if it might have crossed the line had it not had a little bit of intervention. But I think looking at that, Nyameke does get a touch before the full circumference of the ball is over the line, so the goal should be credited to her.
Yeah.
And in fact, it is on the loudspeakers here. Well, that's silenced everybody in Rabat. You can hear a pin drop now. It's not the first time, though, in this tournament they've been behind Morocco. Opening game was a little bit of a tester for them, so they've proven they can fight back. Let's see if that is indeed the case.
Yep, the coach did also really speak about the importance of, I guess, just instilling the belief on the girls that if it is that they get that one goal, it will really just silence the crowd in the stadium, and that is exactly what they've done. So I do feel that Ghana have really prepared themselves for the encounter that they're going to have against the Moroccans, and this is a perfect way for them to just start.
Well, they are brimming with confidence. They're getting the passes together, and they are stymieing the Moroccans at the moment. And it's going to take players like Zraidi, Shebak, and Msudi to turn things around here for the home nation. Rabat, Nakash. What a fine initial header that was from Bonsu.
Yeah. Great technique and just the aerial presence that she showed. I think it's one from the training grounds indeed.
Now Redwani. Two fullbacks are going to be needed more and more pushing forward. Rabat, Msudi. A little bit of space opening up for her, but then she just hesitated. Now Uzraoui. Zraidi tried to get her foot onto that, but that's Nyameke with some excellent thinking. Just ducked out of the tackle, picked up the loose ball and hoofed it downfield.
Yep, I was listening to Mark talking just about the average age in this team of the Ghanaians. They are so young, but they show such maturity on the ball. It's just incredible to watch the composure, the accuracy in their passing as well, knowing which are the openings to go to. I think at this point in time, they've really grown and matured very well in this tournament.
Well, there are a lot of players who've come through the under-20 side that went to the World Cup in Colombia, the under-20 Women's World Cup last year. Obviously, that experience stands you in excellent stead, and it just goes to show how important it is for countries to get their under-17, under-20 teams in there. Oh, that's close to number 2. Flag was up, though. Now we're going to see just how close this was. I think if that had gone to VAR, maybe not offside. Oh, this is the initial effort. Board hadn't crossed the line. I think we can say that with some assurity. So we take the goal away from Bonsu. We do apologize because it was a fabulous header. Equally good save. But this 19-year-old from Kumasi celebrating like she's just won the World Cup. Daring header at the back.
I'd celebrate as well, Mark, if I know that this could be a ticket to the final.
Still a long way to go. An hour or so remaining in this semi-final. The last two quarters that we watched on Saturday, both going to penalties. And it looked as if South Africa and Nigeria might be heading that away earlier on today, but last gasp goal for the Super Falcons has them in the final. Bonsu on the left-hand side of defence, but more than happy to push up on occasion. Redwani. Nakash given away. Boy Rokra. Lovely pass, left and right foot in use there. Here come Ghana again. Free kick. Well, Yamechi is really making a nuisance of herself and troubling this Moroccan defence. Draws the foul of Redwani.
Yeah, Redwani late on that account. But Nyameke indeed just playing with a sense of fearlessness and just really taking the game to the Moroccans.
Coach Bjokkergrund must be absolutely delighted with how things are turning out at the moment. Well, this is a chance to double the lead. But still some time left in this first half. Just under a quarter hour or so. Boachi floats it in over the head of Boy Rokra. Bonsu back. Uzraoui had the last touch. Frustration for Morocco at the moment. Stung, I think, not only by the goal, but by the fact that they are playing second fiddle in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Ghana's dominating the ball possession, dictating the tempo of the game as well, but also denying the spaces that the Moroccans really like to exploit. They love to play in between the lines, and they really haven't had that much joy.
Rabah clears it. Redwani, good running into the space from Katie Mrabat. Kuju with an excellent challenge. Well, you did point out earlier that Msuri's obviously been identified as someone that they need to take special care of. Now Benzina's in a bit of trouble here. Rabah gives it away. Good pressing from Ghana. Boy Rokra gets it across. Chance at the back post. Bit of a wild shot there with time from Princess Mafu. There's a little of the youthful exuberance perhaps costing Ghana.
I thought she rushed her efforts. She comes in very late into the box, unmarked from the blind side, and I thought she could have just maybe faked the pass from her left and then cut inside and just show that great composure we were chatting about. But of course, she is going to get those many chances, and if it is that she gets there, she needs to really make sure she punishes.
Maybe saw the name in the headlines tomorrow. Let's hope from Ghana's perspective it's not something that is going to cost them. Now, Morocco, off your screen, are looking to make a change. Badri, who was dropped for this game from the midfield, is going to come on. I think Nakash will probably cede way. But Jorge Vilda has seen enough, wants to make a change. 10 minutes to the break. Yeah, it's Nakash. So Badri to come on. Well, it's horrible when you take it off after just 35 minutes, but she lost a lot of possession, Nakash.
Yeah, indeed, Nakash lost a lot of ball possession, and if you're starting with her, you're expecting her to give you those passes, but the passes just really haven't been coming forth. And maybe Badri, just to settle things in that midfield, just will go up maybe close to Mrabat as well to give you that double pivot, because the Ghanaians are just coming in that midfield.
Another free kick here to the Black Queens. Badri, by the way, from Royal Armed Forces, the Moroccan champions, provide a fair number of the squad members for Morocco at this tournament. Beaten in the Women's Champions League final last season by Mazembe. And it comes in from Boudoir, but not enough power on it, and also took a little bit of a deflection off the defender.
But I think I'd be very concerned if I were the coach. The Moroccans haven't really dealt well with the first phase of play, and those are the aerial duels. The Ghanaians are winning every single header that's coming into the box, and this is probably the third time. The second one, it was an opportunity at goal which they converted. So I think they really need to make sure that they compete for those aerial duels.
That's probably just one of several things that the coach will be looking at half-time to correct. Here's the strength of Mrabat, but snatched away again. Here come Ghana. Yameche out wide. Boudoir, shot on goal. Wide of goal. My word, they've had chances to make it 2 or 3 by this stage.
Yeah, and I think they should really punish the Moroccans. I mean, if you turn over ball possession like that in midfield, quick transition from Yameke, it's almost 2v4, but they still have the accuracy in the passing and the shots off target in this regard, but they were just choosing to go for power.
She plays in Israel now, was with Hasakas ladies, who did well in the Champions League a few years ago. Sudi. Skipper goes for goal. Shabak's effort well wide. She really needs to get herself into this game.
Yeah, this time around she chooses to cut in to try and have a shot. But I think as a former midfielder myself, and really loving to be on the ball sometimes from a very offensive position, if I don't see the ball, I'd really love to chat to maybe a Badri. Let me just swap positions. I sit and then have the feel of the ball, and then when the confidence, you just really sort of get the confidence back again, then you can move back into your original position. So maybe that's the kind of thinking that they two amongst teammates should really try and communicate.
Well, here she comes. Out wide, Badri's first contribution. And possession is taken away from a good, strong challenge again. This time, Asantewa.
Yeah, Asantewa just showing great physicality in that midfield. With her height, she's short compared to her other compatriots in midfield, but she still bosses that ball, protects it very well from the opposition. I think they complement each other very well with Kujo on the other hand. Kujo with 27 duels in that midfield, winning 16 with 11 tackles. I think the one really loves to get involved in the tackles, and the other just redirects the traffic and gets the ball out of the compact areas.
Sudi. Shabak back again. Badri with a quick pass. That's what the coach is looking for out of midfield. Clearing header from Mrabat. Redwani. Also just leaning into that, allowing possession to Folia for Uzraoui. Just no way through at the moment for the host nation. But Shraidi with a little touchback. Nicely done by Kuju. Asantewa looking for Moise Locker. Ait Al-Haj. Morocco, of course, competed in the first 2 editions of the Women's Cup of Nations, didn't get out of the group stage. But when they hosted 3 years ago, went all the way to the final. Can they do it again? They're going to have to turn things around here, if that's to be the case. This is the 7th time Ghana have been in the semi-final. So historically, they bring experience, although, as we both mentioned, not much in the way of experience in this side besides Portia Buache.
Yep, not at all. But I think this is the opportunity that WAFCON gives you. You start unknown and you finish unforgettable, and that's why we're getting introduced to such names like your Asantewas of this world in that midfield. So it's good. It's good for the girls, the Ghanaian ladies, to really just introduce themselves and maybe even make a loud statement after the 90 minutes.
Shabak forward. Just showed a little bit too much. Yaboa stuck a foot in there. One possession. Jennifer Kuju doing an excellent job in the defensive midfield role. She plays in Washington, D.C. Nicely done at the back. So calm and collected at the moment. They're just brimming with confidence, the Black Queens. And they'll get the free kick here as well. And Msudi's going to be the first one in the book. Just a frustrating pull on her opponent. They're not getting much support from this Moroccan crowd either, reacting to that with a whole host of whistles for the referee. They really need to do now is try and lift their team. Well, it's still early doors, but what are the chances of a West African final? Yaboa, big strong ball into the area, away from Raba. Boy Krokra to Bonsu. Does well. Asantewa, she's been delivering a lot of good balls in that penalty area. Modua turns around, he has a chance at the back post. What's the referee going to say here? Goal kick. I think just for a moment or two there were a few hearts and mouths here amongst the Moroccan crowd. Nyameche leaning into Msudi. So a minute of regulation time, and then we'll find out how much has been added on here. We shouldn't really have too much time at the end of this half. Or a stoppage time. Ghana just regularly stripping Morocco of the ball, although on that occasion illegally so. So we are going to have a free kick here for the home team. Raba. Aital Haj. Uzraoui, that's a good shift past Bonsu there. But can she get past Asantewa? Throw in Morocco. 2 minutes added on.
Additional time, 2 minutes.
Badri complaining, but nothing given her way. Ghana's last semi-final in this competition, they lost to the home nation. Cameroon were hosts in 2016 when Ghana were last in the last 4. 1-0 defeat. Don't have much of a good record against host nations in past WAFCONs, but that's all in the history books. They're looking to turn it around today. Uzraoui. Badri. Bit of space there for Shabak. Out wide to Msudi. Ridwani's gone on the overlap. Great ball inside for Shabak. Down she goes. Corner kick, says the ref. No penalty. Crowd are all appealing. And of course, VAR will check it. That's the first time they've really looked dangerous.
Yep, a good through ball from Saudi looking for Shabak. But of course, a close call for the referee.
Well, the first touch there from defender Dua. I think the referee got that spot on.
Yep, spot on indeed. And of course, the Moroccans in this territory have been awarded 3 penalties so far in the competition. So the referee just standing a ground in this case.
Well, I don't think you get given a semi-final to handle if you can't make the big calls.
Yeah.
Well, they're pushing everyone forward now, Morocco, looking for something before the break. Shabak. Another corner. Comes off Bonsu. Is there time for one more corner, you wonder? Referee says no, and quite rightly so too. Oh, the crowd won't like that either. Well, are you surprised Ghana have done so well?
Not at all. Just looking at how they've gained momentum and strength in this competition. They've really dominated the ball possession as well, and that's how you really frustrate a Moroccan team. But of course, they managed to keep the key players quite silent, and that's it for Ghana.
So Morocco trail, Ghana lead here in the semi-final. So Jorge Vilda will have plenty to do now at half-time. As the team come off and head to the change room. We'll have shortly a chance to look at some of the statistics from the first half, which will be revealing, and of course highlights as well. So he has a look at some of the halftime stats. Ghana trailing Morocco in possession. That's perhaps a little interesting. Ghana, though, with shots on target. 5 out of 9 is a very good return.
A good return indeed. I think that they did really make their intentions clear. They are the ones who are much more threatening. This is Ghana. Looking at the number of passes as well. Yes, 142. Looking at the accuracy, it could get better. But the corners, once again, leaning more towards Ghana, who have really dominated much of the critical areas.
The one yellow card is going to Msudi. But for the rest, stats besides possession. Well, welcome back, everyone, here to Rabat. Nyameche with the goal on 26 minutes separating these two sides. Ghana leading the hosts by a 0-0 in the second of the semi-finals here at the CAF Total Energies Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. Are the host nation going out? Are Ghana going to spring a big surprise? 45 minutes ahead will tell us. Morocco need a big fight back here. They have been outplayed, outgunned, and of course outscored in this first half. Just the one change in that first half. Badri on for Nakash. It doesn't look like the coaches are going to make any changes here at the start of the second half. Amanda Dlamini is alongside me as our expert analyst. What do you reckon from Ghana? Pretty much keep it going. Morocco got to make a lot of changes though.
Yeah, I think for Ghana pretty much keep it going. But of course I think they too will make some changes. that will really up the ante a little bit from the bench. You still have the likes of Badu. There's Kusi as well, who's quite dangerous. But for the Moroccans, they too still have the likes of Lamari, Tank Naoud that can still come in, Saoud that can really up the ante as they've done in the past games.
Ghana very physical in the challenges. Badri gets the free kick on that occasion, but also feeling the challenge coming in from Marfu. Raba. Redwani. Not seen enough of her up and down on the left-hand side. Aital Haj has been pretty quiet as well down the right, to be fair. And possession turned over on a regular basis by Morocco. Do they have a nickname, by the way? We're talking about the Black Queens of Morocco. I don't think I've seen one anywhere. No Atlas Lions for the men's team, but Atlas Lionesses, I suppose.
Maybe.
Oh, chance here. Oh, my word. They could well have finished it off there. Could have been a double for Nyameche. She was far too hasty. Bad clearance from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I thought she was a little bit indecisive, not knowing whether to play it quickly or not, but really inviting a lot of danger. But yeah, once again, Nyameche could have just really waltzed the ball into the back of the net if she liked.
Here's Rubber, 39, not the oldest, the second oldest at this tournament. It's great longevity in the game. Started her Morocco career in 2006, and she's obviously seen massive development for the side. Ball's out of play. So a Moroccan free kick, Redwani. See the hand signal there from her. Everybody get forward. I'm going to give this a bit of elevation, a bit of power. Punched in towards the Ghanaian area. Now, where's Shraidi? Out comes the keeper. That's good work. Not done a lot in this game, Conlan, but she certainly impressed everybody in the Algeria game, particularly in the penalty shootout.
Yep.
Plays her football in Malta, which is not a classic destination for both men and women from Africa, but made no mistakes in a shutout against the Algerians on Saturday in Berkane, and has not had much to do today at all, it must be said.
Not at all indeed, and in the first half it was actually quite fascinating to observe the coach trying to get her attention, to just encourage her to just keep moving.
I saw that.
Yeah, because the blood circulation as well, you need to just stay concentrated, be part of the game.
I was wondering to myself, is that something because the coach just needs to say something, or is it something that's important? But you spotted it as an important factor, so we're going to go with that. Shebak forward, that's a lovely ball. Oh, great interception. Just a little touch in time from skipper Boache, leading from the front. Excellent tackle.
Excellent tackle. Good pace as well. Composed and not really rushing into some sort of a tackle that could have just been reckless, you know.
Yeboah. Nyameche. Yeboah stayed up. Redwani missed the tackle. Now, 2-8. Back post chance. Header back across to face the goal, but straight at the goalkeeper. Yeboah's delivered some good balls into the area. That's probably not one of her better ones. Too strong towards the back post. There was a gallant effort to try and keep it in play by Marfu. Now Sudi. And Yeboah back to what she does best. Tackling at the back. This tournament's going to be in consideration for the Women's Footballer of the Year awards at the end of the year. And I'm sure in the young category, the likes of Nyameche, Yeboah, all putting their hands up.
I think I was also quite impressed by the young goalkeeper of Senegalese, Ndiaye. She also, I think, gave a good shot for herself.
Oh, to be 19 again, eh? Career all ahead of you.
Right?
Yeah. Instead of struggling to blow out your candles on those many candles on your birthday cake. Now, Shebak beaten in the challenge. Another good little interception there from Kuju. Badri. Right-footed shot. Keeper touches it over. Morocco corner. That's better from the home team.
Much, much better from Badri. Goalkeeper also does exceptionally well. I think she was caught in two minds whether she could grab a hold of that, but eventually a good decision to just tip that one over.
Ghana clear. No one but the goalkeeper in the Moroccan half. For Ghana, when they're not chasing up front, realizing at set pieces they need to get numbers back and just smother the Moroccans out. Bonsu with a throw-in. We have mentioned already that Ghana have been to the final 3 times, each time losing to Nigeria, but that last appearance was 2006, so it's almost 20 years since they were there. But it is tantalizingly close, although Morocco look a little revitalized here in the second half and have other ideas. The worst thing Ghana can do now is sit back and try and absorb and let Morocco come at them.
Yeah, I think it'll be dangerous because then you're inviting the pressure onto yourself. The best way is to really just try and continue to give you the counter press or the high press that they've been doing.
Sudi will be the corner taker. Onto the roof of the net, harmlessly away, and Ghana will be pretty relieved to see that set piece wasted. This was Badri's chance. Cut inside onto the left. What's this goal bound? Komlan was taking no chances, dipping in under the post. That's excellent goalkeeping.
Badri does really well to also just put a curl in it.
Ghanaians could learn a thing or two from her as far as shooting is concerned. Here's Msoudi. Shebak. She goes for goal. Fired straight at Boache. Now, Boy Throckra just encouraging her teammates to push a little forward and continue with the press because they are beginning to sit back a little, and dangerously so too. Not a bad idea, that pass from Asentewa. Another country watching this game is Egypt. They'll be facing Ghana in the qualifiers in October for the next WAFCON. Morocco, of course, have qualified automatically as hosts. And here's Friday. It's her first real chance. They've got the equalizer. Squeezed in. It looks like Uzraoui will claim it. Well, keeper failing to hold on to the ball. Ghana pay the price as Morocco equalize. Komlan injured in her bid to stop Ouzraoui. Oh, this place has come alive. Long ball out of defense. Good steal initially. So the shot from Jaidi blocked, little loop for the backspin. And credit to Ouzraoui for following up.
Yeah, good presence of mind from Ouzraoui to just make sure that she gets behind or on that second ball, gives her a chance at goal. But that initial attack from the Moroccans, a good long ball to bypass the midfield. And this is a tactical ploy from the coach. He came out in the second half with 3 strikers to really try and put pressure on the defenders. It was 1v1, and it's paid off. It's definitely a coach's goal.
Well, the technical team realized that, and they celebrate with Jorge Vilda. In the meantime, fairly lengthy stoppage because Komlan injured in that challenge with Ouzraoui. Oh, it must be so satisfying for the coach changing the plan and seeing it work so quickly.
Immediately, that's the immediate impact that the Moroccans were really going to be forced to. A response that they needed as well. Critical phase of the game just after the halftime, when everyone still really feels like they can get into the game, find the momentum again. And yeah, a good tactic indeed, because they just committed 3 strikers up front, creating a 1v1 situation, and there it is. They're not done.
So the response is to take Princess Marfu off and bring on Alice Koussi. Plays for Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. She's up against 2 of her teammates, clubmates. Jaidi leading the line for Morocco, and Nakash, who went off a little bit earlier. But there'll be no club loyalty now. So the 21-year-old Princess Marfu off. And on comes Alice Koussi. Koussi born 30 years ago now. A bit more experience into the fray.
Lots of experience. She's quite creative, a clinical finisher as well. And got a name on the scoring sheet against Tanzania. So they are in need for another goal. This is Ghana to keep their hopes alive.
Msudi. Rabat. Redouani. It's amazing what a goal does just for confidence now. Morocco holding off the challengers, keeping the ball, not allowing Ghana to steal it in the press. Benzina forward. Rabat. Taken off at half-time in the last game, but much more effective in this encounter. Redouani, Msudi, up to Shabak. Kuju with excellent work again. So in the blink of an eye, things have changed here as we approach the hour mark. Ghana looking in firm control as we came out for the start of the second half. Now parity on the score sheet as Morocco have equalized. Msudi. Shebak. Lot better performance today from her. Looking for Ouzraoui again. Putting the pressure on here. Ghana have done well. It's going to be a foul in favor of Nyameche. Referee just needs to calm things down a little bit. There's a yellow card for one of the technical members of the Moroccan staff, rushing off to dispute that decision. Was there a yellow for Jaidi as well? A bit of back chat, I'm not sure.
No. I think she's still complaining about her previous tackle, and clearly on the screen, just a little bit of jersey pulling there.
Roy Flocra, the English-born striker. Well, not only did he run out and get a yellow card, he's got the heart monitor going in the 140s, 150s.
Running out of breath, huh?
Heart rate's gone sky high for that short little sprint to the touchline. Suddenly the atmosphere here in Rabat has changed markedly. There's hope amongst the home fans. Expertly kept in by Nyameche. Kuju. Forward from Boache. Bonsu. Boake using her strength. Replacement Kusi involved as well. Free kick here. The referee could have played advantage actually, but she's going to give a yellow card to Shebak. The Moroccans do not agree, and I think she might have been a bit hasty in that call. The referee stopped the game, and then you've got to do something about it. So Shebak pulls the short straw. Asentewa was caught late though. Well, to be fair to the ref, that is a yellow card. Good stamp on the ankle. Good work from our maths teacher in charge.
When you speak about maths, Mark, I've been really impressed with the kind of monies and incentives around WAFCON this year, with the grand prize of $1 million this time around. Nothing close to what I used to play for back in the day. But also just how everyone gets to be incentivized from the quarterfinals. There's that 200,000K, and as you progress, you just keep collecting this money.
Header away from Rava. Long range shot is wide. Again, a little bit hasty from Yeboah. Yeah, the prize money for the last WAFCON was $500,000, so the winning team will get $1 million, so it's gone up by 100%. And generally the prize money went up 45%. So runner-up will get $500,000. That's for the team, of course, not per player, otherwise we'd be bankrupt African football. Third place, which will be decided on Friday in Casablanca, $350,000, and fourth place $300,000. There's a little bit to play for, as well as the bronze medals for what they always used to call the Kiss Your Sister match. No one's really interested in playing in that third place playoff game, but there is something at stake on Friday.
Yeah. And this is in USDs.
Rabat slips at the vital moment. Crowd are really getting into the game now and providing the kind of sport that Morocco should have had from the start. Out come the cell phones. Sudi takes it away. Shabak looking for Jiraidi. Last touch of the Ghanaian. Sudi again, they take it quickly. Now the counter. Benzina sees an end to that. Jiraidi down. Jiraidi gets the free kick. Oh, it's lovely and feisty now. We're in a semi-final here. So much at stake.
Yeah, so much better from the Moroccans, playing with much more conviction and aggression. Something that they lacked in the first half. They really want to grab a hold of this match And of course, it starts by fighting for that ball possession to really give themselves a bit of a chance.
Not much between these two sides in the FIFA rankings, by the way. The last rankings, Morocco is 60th in the world, 3 in Africa. Ghana 66th in the world, and 6th on the continent. Shot from Badri. Now, Bordeaux. No corner. She thinks she's got a corner. She looks around a little bemused. What happened there? Everybody else was convinced it was a goal kick, though. There's still plenty of time left in this game before we would head to extra time and the potential of penalties. Sudi. Gets the free kick. Yameche with a challenge. It is getting a little scrappy in places, but there's so much at stake here. That is sore. She'll be lucky if she doesn't get a yellow for that.
Yeah, that is painful. I suffered a very serious injury with one of those tackles because it's almost just a full boot of studs on your metatarsals. And it was really difficult to even walk. I thought I had broken my leg because of how it felt. Just the dislocation of the bones on the foot is quite terrible.
It's all that tonnage coming through, velocity and pressure. Shabak now will take this free kick. 5 Moroccans in the penalty area. Floated a little low, but Badri might have a chance to get things going. That's surely offside. Uzrabi with a shot. Kujo with some gallant tackling again. Ghana might come away with it. Oh, look at the pace there of Ait Al-Haj. Unable to keep it in play. Is this a game with a winner in the 90, or do you think we're going to go a little further down the track?
I think the way things are going right now, I think one is definitely going to concede because they're playing such an open game at this point in time.
Shabak. Sudi on the left foot. Tight angle. Great block. Corner. Skipper leading by example.
Yeah.
Excellent challenge from Portia Boache. Now the big frame of Budua, but she's all on her own up front. Well, Morocco camping now in the Ghanaian half. Rabat, Sudi, Shabak. Great running here from Redwani. Redwani again. Rides the tackle, gets the cross in. Zraini's there. Shot is going to be well wide from Ait Al-Haj. Ghana to make a second change now, as we see that all-important little touch coming in from Boache. Jennifer Kudju's coming out. And Kunsela Adubert, who plays in the United Arab Emirates, is on in her place. I think Kuju's at a... Oh, excuse me, it's Bodua. I was about to go on a long rant about Kuju having probably the best game for Ghana in this match, but 6s and 9s sometimes get a little confusing. So Kuju is still on, but striker Doris Bodua is off. She'll need a little treatment as well. She's been in the wars with the defenders.
Yeah.
A bit of an ice pack on the thigh muscle. Now a water break. .20 to go as Komlan needs treatment again. Remember, the physio and the doctor came on for her after they conceded the goal. So what do Ghana need to do now just to get back to that preeminent position they were in?
I think a good opportunity with the treatment of the goalkeeper at this point in time will really allow both sets of teams, especially Ghana, to really calm things down, to just really avoid this sort of pressure that is happening, a goal as well, because the coach of the Moroccans is really committing the players, all the attackers up front, to make sure that the likes of Captain Portia don't really build up. You force the mistakes, you force the turnovers, you start winning the second ball, and things start turning into your favor. So now at least the Ghanaians get to breathe, restructure and reorganize, and just really try to break that momentum that the Moroccans have been carrying.
Big smile from Bouzraoui, forcing that into the back of the net. Here's Kuju. Definitely not off. Nameche losing out. It really is a tale of two halves in this game. It was Ghana winning all the ball in the first stanza, and now Morocco dominating proceedings. We'll need some more medical treatment. So just to confirm, the winner to play Nigeria here on Saturday in the final. In case you missed it, Nigeria edging South Africa in the first of tonight's semi-finals. Stoppage time goal, which gave them a 2-1 success. And the Super Falcons have a chance to make it 10 Cup of Nations successes. By far the record holders in terms of silverware for this tournament. So Kuju off and Shebak off for the moment.
Yeah, another painful sort of physical duel between the two. Just a clash of the knees. And I guess the second half is really proving to be very combative. And it's exactly what I think the Moroccans should have done probably in the first half. Really take the game to the Ghanaians.
Also interesting now to just keep a check on the fatigue factor. We talked about it at the beginning. Ghana playing on Saturday, Morocco playing on Friday. Morocco disposed of Mali fairly comfortably, 90 minutes. And then we're back in the hotel Saturday. Ghana played the first game on Saturday, the earlier match. Drew with Algeria, no goals. Went into penalties after 2 hours of football. And then on Sunday, had to travel pretty much the whole day down to Casablanca, where they're staying. That's about an hour away up the highway from here, or down the highway, I should say. So how much of an impact has that had?
And because the rivalries amongst us as well as commentators start very early at breakfast, we're already talking about having these discussions.
Shebak, Usudi gets the shot in, blocked. Clearance comes from the substitute Kusi. Dua with a clearing header. Bonsu. Oh, but he's having something to say to Asentewa, who's protesting her innocence. All ends well there, little pat on the shoulder. Bonhomme restored. Al-Hajj with clearing header, only as far as Redwani. Benzina flicks it on. Here's Musudi. Oh, that's down far too easily.
Yeah, she goes down far too easy. This is Musudi, considering that in the quarters she pulled the same kind of move. And she knows very well, a great sense of awareness as well in that 18-yard box. She knows that one touch and just puts the ball in front of the defender. She always wants to get that body contact.
Got a little brush along the jaw and shoulder. This is a little bit of an unnecessary, penalty check. I was about to say unnecessary stoppage. Certainly no damage done, but the VAR team feels it's worth looking at. The crowd, by the way, are not told that it's a VAR check. They're just waiting for the injury to be sorted out. But we wait and watch the referee and see what she does. Now, does that look as if it's over? Yes. Play on. Bonsu losing out. Musudi back on her feet. Steaming down again. Just shows a little too much of the ball. And gives away the free kick. I must say the standard of fitness of this tournament's been impressive. Very,
very much impressive. I think all teams probably did a thorough research as well in terms of just acclimatizing the weather temperatures here in Morocco. The heat has been also quite unbearable in certain games, but they've really just managed with every game. They just seem to get fitter and fitter.
Well, these nighttime kickoffs are a lot more temperate, and it's actually fabulous weather at the moment.
Yeah, but
the nice thing about here is no humidity.
Yeah, but I think also, Mark, we should really, give plaudits to the teams as well, or the players that are really playing in international competitions and leagues, because I think that intensity and competitiveness is right up there.
No, the substitute. Adoubea. They might get the corner out of this. Last touch from Al-Hajj. That's the first real positive move for a long time for Ghana. They had a little bit of a half chance towards the start of this half. No, what are they cooking up in the kitchen there, those two coaches? Okay, Vidal as well. Right, Yameche to deliver. Ghana packing that penalty area full of numbers. Can they get a touch on? Can they restore their lead? To the near post. Disappointing set piece.
Mm.
Is that the first sign of a bit of fatigue now?
I think fatigue indeed, but also just that lapse in concentration, and you really needed that optimum level. Just with like 10 more minutes to go into stoppage time, but yeah, the decision making comes when players really start getting a little bit tired.
10 minutes remain. Well, there is someone with a whistle in the crowd. Luckily, players can't hear it, so that's a bonus. Adubea, Bonsu, Kusi. Nicely done. Maybe a little hasty with that shot come cross. Yeboah. Boitlokra laying it back here. Sudi takes us away. Disappointment for Asentewa, who lost possession. And here come Morocco. Oh, good strong challenge. Illegal one, says the ref. Well, a yellow card for Boitlokra. Challenge on Sudi. She has been in the wars.
Yeah, no issues there. She was pretty late.
Yep. That's definitely a yellow card offence. Well, everyone is enjoying this spectacle here in Rabat. Home fans will like it even more if they finish as winners and progress to meet Nigeria in the final. Here come Ghana. Rare counter-attack in the second half. Easily intercepted by Benzina. Rabat clears. Sudi once more. Still full of running. Sudi taking the place of Tagnaut in the starting lineup today. Will she be able to keep it for the final if they get there? She's certainly put her hand up in terms of effort.
Yeah.
Rabat using her strength. Gets the free kick. This is in a good position. She's tiring now as well.
Yeah.
Spanish born to a Moroccan father and an English mother is Katie Rabat. Now Shebak. Is this within range, or is this going to be a little chip? Looking for the head of Shraidi, perhaps. Shebak. Missed by Badri. Clearance by Kuju. Here they come again. Shebak once more. Ait Al-Haj on the right. Pushing forward. On the edge of the areas of Sudi. Nice turn. Just showed a bit too much, and who's there to clear? Good old Jennifer Kuju's had an outstanding performance.
Yeah.
Now Ridwani. Flick on. Looking for Sudi. That was nicely done by Badri, who's done really well since she came on 10 minutes before half-time to replace Nakash.
Yeah, with a delicate touch, and it's not easy to play those ones, especially when you want a very nice flick onto a teammate. But she's really had some good touches to put on her teammates.
Now, the goal scorer, Uzraoui, blocked by Kuju. Benzina gets there first. Every second ball falling for the Moroccans here. Sudi with a flick on. Jraidi! Oh, that's a good challenge again. This time from Dua. Here they come. Lovely challenge. Ooh. Handball. The VAR seemed to have let that one go. Time is ticking away. We are heading towards extra time. This, of course, benefits Nigeria because they're already resting, recovering after beating South Africa. A little bit of extra time. And whoever they face might have gone through 2 hours rather than 90 minutes in their semi. I suppose with the final on Saturday, you've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Pretty much enough time to recover.
Pretty much time to recover. Usually 2 days, and then on the third day it's match day. But with 4 days, it does really give either Ghana or Morocco with just a couple of hours in between the games to really do recover. And I mean, back in the day for us, the only method was an ice bath. So these days, there's lots of ways to really get the players to recover and be at the same level.
Never tried one of those and never intend to. Looks like absolute punishment. Sudi runs into strong Asantewa. Bonsu forward. Kusi looking to take on the fullback. Still going. Gets the cross in. Off Benzina. What's the ref say? Corner or throw in? The set pieces, of course, are important. So goal scorer Stella Nyamweche will be taken off as Ghana make their third change. This is Evelyn Badu, who you mentioned earlier. She's played in all of the games so far. Plays for Molde in Norway. That's right up in the north of the country, and nice and cold. A big difference, I think, from what you'll be experiencing here.
Substitution for Ghana, player number 14 and player number 20.
22-year-old Badu. It's an attacking ploy by the coach. Here comes the corner. Header. This might be a chance. Kusi looking to get the shot in. Also looking for a handball, Ghana, but play continues. Nice ball out wide. Bonsu has possession. Asantema forward. Badu and Adubeya, the new strike partnership. Kusi in there as well. Turned over here. Oh, she didn't take the opportunity. Boy blocked up. That was a little tired. Right, into stoppage time we're about to go. We're keeping an eye on the fourth official to see how much time is added on. She'll wait until we get to the 90-minute mark to tell us. We had quite a few stoppages. The goalkeeper, Sudi, amongst those who needed treatment on more than one occasion. Raba. kept alive. 5 minutes, by the way.
5 minutes. الوصمة الثانية 5 دقائق.
That's a big hoof out of defence by Boache, the skipper. Wants to get her girls back onto the front foot. Goals in this tournament for Morocco. They've conceded 6. Ghana 6 scored, 5 conceded. A lot tighter. Aital Haj gets good elevation on that. Header away from Badu. Player injured in the challenge, so looks like Rabat. There's a Ghanaian down as well. So we're going to have a bit more time, I think, than the 5 that's been added on. Heading towards extra time here in Rabat. That's Badu and Rabat.
Yeah.
Both might need an aspirin or two tonight.
It's getting a little heated with the confrontations now between the two teams. Kujo just wrestling there with Rabat. It's almost as if she's asking, did you not see that you were going for the tackle? But, I mean, those are usually 50-50. Those aerial duels are usually 50-50. And once you're up there, it becomes really difficult to shy away, because obviously you want to regain ball possession. Unfortunately, with those, the referee has to really stop playing.
There's a change we've seen to the rules over the last couple of seasons, and a good one too, because you never know the seriousness, the extent of some of these head knocks. Rawa. Kujo gets underneath that, but just flicks it on. Well, Morocco still in firm control here in this second half, but this game is now headed to extra time. Just a few more minutes for someone to settle this. Didn't happen earlier on in Casablanca. It might happen here again. Rabat with a touch. Shabak. Shabak again. Sudi. Good running from Redouani. Sudi wants the return ball. Shabak. Benzina. Aital Haj on the right. Looking for a bit of space for herself. This is in search of Badri, but well dealt with. Only as far as Rabat. She should get the free kick. No, she gives the free kick away. Asantewa and her have been having a little go at each other for a fair amount of time, and continue so.
Yeah.
Ghana free kick. Just under 30 seconds left of stoppage time, but we do fancy maybe a minute or so extra. We did have a little stoppage for that head knock. This is fired straight at Msudi. Shebak. Referee says that's it. She's not playing any more time. So 1-1 it is after 90 minutes. We are going to extra time.
Yeah, extra time it is. I'm sure none of these teams would have wanted to go to extra time, but I think that moment where the Ghanaian goalkeeper Konlani went down, I think that momentum that Morocco had in really trying to surge and look for, I guess, a winner immediately after scoring, it did really break the momentum for them, swaying things into the Ghanaians' favor. But now an opportunity for both teams. They've used some of their key subs in terms of attack. Now we get to see who has maybe more energy in the legs to see it all the way through.
And you've got one extra sub as well.
Yeah.
You can go to 6 now in total. This is the time to motivate, to talk, to get those heavy legs motivated. It's all in the mind really now. They've got to fight their way through the fatigue. And for Ghana, it's the second successive extra time. They were doing this just 3 days ago. So they are really going to be taxed.
Yeah.
Morocco have a distinct advantage going into this 30-minute period. 15 minutes per side and a quick switch over. Used to be an automatic switch over in the old days, but they seem to just use the opportunity for a little water and a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
Referee's going to call the two captains. And we can get this extra time period off pretty smartly. Who's going to kick off? Who's defending which goal? Bouache, the skipper for Ghana. Shebak for Morocco. Neither of them interested in going to see the referee at this stage. That's a more demanding shrill of the whistle, and now the two captains emerge. So Portia Bouache, the 36-year-old. Ghislaine Shebak post the goal for this Moroccan side. I'm sure you've heard it before, but her dad was a fabulous Moroccan international as well, Larbi Shebak. It runs in the genes. So we're about to get underway. Extra time to kick us off. Looks as if Morocco will be defending the goal to the left. So in other words, the goalkeeper switches. Now, what are the tactics going to be from both sides? Because Ghana certainly sat back in that second half and paid the price. No, it looks as if they're staying the same way. Morocco are going to continue defending the goal to the right and attacking to the left, where they scored their second half equalizer. So we're pretty much going to pick up where we left off. So the big question still remains: who is taking on Nigeria? 2 changes for Morocco. Sudi replaced by Tagna, that's no surprise, and Saoud coming on, as she has in all of the previous matches. She replaces Uzraoui. So both goal scorers have been taken off now. What does that do in terms of team balance? Pretty much like for like?
Pretty much like for like. I'm just thinking that the coach or the technical team is throwing everything at it. The kitchen sink is finally in now. The likes of Tagna Wood, very instrumental, especially in that offensive.
There's her first touch. Good one too. Finds Shebak, sets her on her way. Up wide yet to Redouani. Morocco looking for an early strike here in the second half. Saoud, her first touch. Badri plays it in. Clearing header from Asentewa. final on Saturday kicks off at 8 p.m. local time. Seeded on Friday by the third place playoff. I'm sure the Nigerians back at their hotel now, keenly watching this game. Tugnout gets the cross in. Just a glancing header there to clear it away, and then hoofed forward by Badu. Redwani. Shebak. Coming alive now in this business end of this game. Umlabet. Benzina straight to the middle in search of Jraidi, who's had a fairly quiet game. She gets a little touch out to Tugnout. Redwani joins in. Maybe the decoy for Tugnout to try some skills here. And all competently dealt with by the 18-year-old Yeboah.
I think in those cases, if you have a skillful player that really wants to play the tricks on you, you just stand your ground, watch the ball, make sure you avoid any contact, and make sure you just give it a go. Get the ball out, reorganize, and restart the game.
Showing a real game maturity there was Comfort Yeboah. Ait Al-Haj. Saud away for a goal kick. So Morocco picking up where they left off at the end of the 90. Dominating proceedings here. So Ghanaian side got to try and get themselves back into the fray here. Certainly got experience on their side, Ghana, with only 5 home-based players in their squad of 24. The rest come from clubs in 11 different countries, including England and Germany, Mexico, which is a destination these days of much choice for women's football, Saudi Arabia, and of course the States. Much more than the Moroccans, who still rely quite heavily on the strong contingent from champion club Royal Armed Forces. Battling away, I think, towards the end of the year again, looking for Champions League success. Flags up for offside. Benzina with a left foot gives it a good hoof forward over the head of Tugnout. Forward by Yeboah. Benzina again. Jraidi's been well marked today by Dua. But here comes Tugnout with her pace up against Yeboah. Can she get it square? Floats in air. Fairly easy for Komlan, who wants to get Ghana on the attack quickly, but it's with Badri and with Ait Al-Haj. 5 minutes gone in extra time, 25 to go. So both of these sides have been to a final before, but neither of them have won the cup. It's Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea and South Africa have lifted this trophy. Equatorial Guinea in those days was Brazil B, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. I can tell you a story about Brazil B.
Took them a while to sort that problem out, but thankfully they stopped that. Ghana ball. Coach has got a little bit of the Luis Suarez about him, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it won't be the first time if he were to get...
Well, Luis Enrique, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, a yellow card to be flashed in his face, because in one of the games in the group stages, he was probing the referee to go to VAR.
Now, Kusi. Asantewa, the 24-year-old man of the or player of the last match. Boitlokra, good elevation, maybe a little too much, and it'll be offside as well. They do look tired now.
Yeah.
It's all in the mind. The legs are getting heavier and heavier. Goalkeepers had very little to do in the second half, and indeed here in extra time so far. Yeboah miscues the clearance. Asantewa, Kusi, Evelyn Badu waits in the middle. There'll be a goal kick. There's certainly lots of evidence now of tired legs and faltering bodies.
And I think players are now starting to play with, just a little bit individually. It's not as coordinated for the Ghanaians. And this is where teams usually crack. You need to stay together as a team. Gradual integration, the progressive build-up that they were having, control of the ball, the calm on the ball. I mean, if you're at extra time, you can always just push it and go to penalties. It's 50-50.
Well, Boache still got the legs. Ghana's greatest success at women's level has been gold medal at the All Africa Games 2015. That's also played at full international level.
Yeah.
Boache scored the winner in the final.
It was a bittersweet moment for us as well as South Africa during those games.
Now, good pressure on Raba. But she does get it clear. And as far as Yeboah, just hoofs that forward. Keeper flaps at it. Oh, and the rebound almost drops on the head of Evelyn Badu. Wow. That might have been as dramatic a conclusion as we saw in the earlier game in Casablanca, where Nigeria beat South Africa in almost similar circumstances.
Very awkward ball to deal with. I mean, it goes super high, and for the goalkeeper just to really try and follow, almost regurgitates it from the back of the net, but really does well to save it from the danger.
What it does do, I think, as well, is tell Comfort Yeboah, put a few more of those ones in there.
Yeah.
Tugnout trying to set things up, but in the meantime, here come Ghana. Adubea. Boitlokra waits in the middle. Is that a foul by Raba? No, says the ref. Went down a bit too easy. No, now she's going to stop the game. Call on the medical team. Looked fairly innocuous at first glance. Yeah, a little shove in the back of the head. Well, these days, if you put the hand in the face of the opponent, that should be in Ghana's favour. That was right in front of the assistant referee from Cameroon. Ghana's changes have all come individually in this game. In other words, one at a time. And they're going to be making yet another one shortly. You can see from our vantage point, ready to come on is Sharifatu Samaila wearing jersey number 19. Just checking on Adoubert. She looks okay to continue.
At the press conference, Coach Kim did really speak about getting into the coach's mind of the Moroccan, that they usually like to play that chess kind of game. You make your move, I make my next move. So I think this is becoming really tactical towards the end of the match, but it's really to see who can get much more of the resurgence and momentum back into the game.
Now Somalia making her first contribution. Of course, that's been the real characteristic of the crowd in all of these matches for Morocco, just how many young girls there are. There's role models out there, 11 on the pitch at any given time that they can look to and set their sights on emulating. So important to have, at that age, someone to look up to and someone to aspire after.
Yeah, but I think equally important for the parents to realize that this is actually a good career.
Absolutely.
To be in, a good space to be in.
But I think that conservatism has pretty much evaporated, hasn't it?
Well, I mean, in the northern parts of Africa, maybe yes. We still have a lot of work to do in the western parts, central, where we still believe that women belong in the kitchen and there's no career in football. But this is a great reference. The Ghanaians representing, they're progressing as well into the semi-finals. Nigerians have been really
And as we mentioned, sorry to interrupt you, but 19 Ghanaians at foreign clubs. I mean, they're earning money.
Yeah.
They're making a professional career out of it.
And that is life-changing.
Good turn. Corner. Alice Kusi decides she won't take it, but add her height into the penalty box instead. Looks as if Asantewa has come across here. So Ghana with the first set piece of the second half of extra time. Chance at the back post. Oh my word, that little flick on from Morocco. And it looked like it was perhaps Saud. Set up the chance here. No, it was Kassi who's just come on. Chance at the back post for Ghana, not taken. Are we going to penalties? Will someone win it before time is up? All to be revealed. When do you start eyeing the clock and planning penalties? Give it another 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, maybe another 10 minutes. It's not always ideal to have your mind split into, you know, two parts. You really have to give maximum concentration.
Foul in favour of Morocco. There have been occasions where the ref might well have allowed play to continue. Was one of them. Real sense of suspense around Stade Olympique. Comes off Redouane. Ghana throw in. Kassi with the header, Benzina with the clearance. And Ghana with a rather speculative effort from long range. Maybe that was something they talked about in the huddle. Odysseus putting that high, wide and handsome. Clearance almost towards the halfway line. Shevak gets that forward. Interception from Badri. Oh, excuse me, from Rabah. A little bit pedestrian now, and you wonder whether that's because just a little bit worried about making a mistake that might prove costly. And with this, with only 10 minutes left, any mistake now is going to prove particularly fatal, you would think.
Yeah.
The player's a little bit circumspect. Stolen away by Kassi. And again, it's a disappointing ball in towards goal. The 4 changes made by Ghana, which means 7 players here competing for 2 hours for a second successive game.
But I think what's surprising though for me, Mark, is that the Moroccans are much more of the team that's a lot fresher. Yet they're still really struggling to get much dominance in this second half of the extra time.
Yes, tugged out. She's dangerous. Runs into Yeboah. Stolen away. Kusi was there. Spread out wide though by Sarah Kassi. Redouane. Now they'll switch it and turn possession over. That's also a little bit of a tired looking ball. Foul committed on Asentewa. He plays in Mexico, Juarez. What is it about Mexico these days? I mean, it's fabulous to see them buying so many top African talent. Good money there?
Good money. I think
decent league.
Decent league, good competitive, I guess, edge as well. I mean, the likes of Jermaine Sipasinwe from South Africa, Refugee China at some point was there. So it attracts, I think, a good market, but also the agents also quite vouch for the Mexican league to be quite competitive.
Well, certainly Grace Asentewa tonight's jersey number 5 has left a very good impression.
Yep.
Benzina. That fell for Somalia, but her first touch was a little heavy. She's managed to try and win this ball back. Gives away the free kick, though. And another stoppage as Tagnaut goes down. There's the goal scorer, Uzraoui on the left. Referee from Burundi, which is a French-speaking country, so the Moroccans will have no problem communicating with her. Little kick on the shins there. Aithaj. Oh, it must be so difficult to watch. It'll be even worse when the penalties come around and you're not involved, you're off. I suppose there's a bit of relief that you don't have to take one, because that pressure, taking a penalty in the semi-final of a Cup of Nations, my word. That's off the chart stuff.
Yeah, but it's funny how tides, sort of have changed for Shubak. In 2022, she was the designated penalty taker for Morocco, a set-piece specialist as well, one of those names that would come up. And this time around, I guess there's a little bit of rotation in the squad, and she finds herself on the bench on the verge of a penalty shootout.
Well, it looks as if we're going to need a change here for Morocco. Looked like a fairly innocuous kick on the shin. That means that Kenza Chapeli will come on. She got the goal, the last goal against Mali in the quarterfinal. Somewhat fortuitous circumstances. Aital Haj gets a yellow. She's wearing the captain's armband now. Morocco had only 2 yellow cards coming into this game. So what's the coach saying to Chapeli there? Just pointing at his watch, so saying, listen, try and get your foot on the ball, keep possession, don't give it away. Well, it's a blow to lose Tagnaut, because ever since coming on, she's certainly shown us her ability. Kenza Chapeli on. This was Strasbourg in France, French-born. The stadium, by the way, is going to be hosting World Cup qualifiers for Morocco in the men's tournament in September. And they are on the verge of becoming one of the first African sides to book their place at the tournament in North America. Now, maybe Ghana to finish it. Badu blocked. Badu again to the byline, gets it across. Just escaping Somalia. Desperate defending, excellent work too from Aital Haj. Loose ball picked up by Saud. Well, I think this is a little unnecessary from the referee. Player down. Did not need to stop the game. Drop ball should be for Morocco. Bonsu was the player who went down and then got straight back up again, and you can hear what the crowd think of that.
A tough crowd to please indeed. But of course a little bit disgruntled as things are not going their way. They've not experienced such a tough challenge up to this match, and they've been playing at the same stadium since the tournament started, so this is really a good shake of things at this point in time of the competition.
Stolen away. Here's Bonsu. Now the crowd sense something's on here for Morocco. Kuju comes across, stops the progress of Lamari. But heavy from Aital Haj, coach of Ghana, saying to his players, just take it easy, slow it down. Look, you've got penalty shootout coming now. You've got a 50% chance.
Absolutely.
And you have the confidence of having won a penalty shootout against Algeria just 3 days ago. Asantewa gets it out wide. Somalia. Badu in the middle with Adubeya, and they will not be happy with that cross. Clock will tell us now basically 20 seconds to go. We'll get an indication of any time to be added on in a moment or two from the fourth official. And then I think we can get ourselves ready for yet another penalty shootout. The drama and the excitement, the ecstasy, and of course the inevitable agony as well. 2 minutes of additional time to be played here. Bonsu just plays that forward. Morocco fans want their team to go forward. Morocco have the free kick. Is this the last chance now to get the ball in? Redouane brought down, but she bravely gets up to continue. Kassi. Last chance now. Swing it in high. Looking for the flick on. Looking for Chapeli. Ghana to clear. Kuju with the last touch for them in defense. Have they got a chance on the breakaway here? Here comes Badu. Left out of the last two starting lineups. Maybe needs to make a point. Good block. Still 30 seconds. And then we are going to penalties. Another stoppage. Crowd don't like it, but you've got to have some sympathy, particularly with Ghana, having played now successive matches in extra time.
But also especially for Asantewa, who's been bossing that midfield, running box to box, screening her defense, but also that surprise element, a quick burst in pace when she's charging into the opposition's half. She's really gone the mile, I think, over and above, just to make sure that she really gives a good chance for Ghana.
The referee's done well as well, fitness-wise, to keep up with play.
Yes.
These days, match officials in such good condition because they test it so regularly. Asantewa must go off and then return. So Ghana will be down to 10. I think that lady, the way she feels, is perhaps mirrored by the vast majority of the Morocco fans here. So is this the last passage of play? Benzina, long ball forward. Header away from Bonsu. Referee says that's it. So 2 hours of football, 1 goal apiece, and we still to find out the identity of the side to take on Nigeria in Saturday's final. The drama continues here in Rabat. Now it's down to penalties. It's down to coolness, calmness, and of course a little bit of luck. Morocco 1, Ghana 1 after extra time. Penalties next. So, how many times in your career were you in this situation? And did you relish it, or did you hate it?
I hated it. To be honest, I was one of those that would really encourage and spur the team, guys, let's wrap it up in 90. Because obviously I think as a captain as well, you're always expected to step up first, lead by example, and if you're not a good penalty taker like I was, it would really put you in a very, very compromising position.
They would have obviously worked out who's going to take it, who not, although that'll be changed a little bit in terms of substitutions. Just looking at Ghana's penalties against Algeria on Saturday. Bonsu, who's still on the field. Modua, who's off. Boy Flokra, who's off. And Badu took the kicks. So only 2 of the 4 successful takers remain. Goalkeeper coach. Final words of encouragement and a bit of translation as well. They would have done their homework, have their water bottles with suggested left or right from the various kickers. First choice now is the decision of which side we're going to play. Referee can normally make that decision. Sometimes the TV broadcasters have a bit of a say there. And then it'll be the very important coin toss. You want to take a first kick. You want to be ahead. If you can get the first one in, you're always on the front foot. The other team is always playing catch-up. Looks like he's taking down a list of volunteers. You'd think that that would have been sorted out some time before. 2 captains. Aital Haj, not used to the captaincy, so he's a bit late in coming across. Looks like Ghana's coach has decided, and he's going to go back and sit on the bench. Nothing he can do now. So Ghana were pretty emphatic against Algeria, 4 out of 4. South Africa's penalty taking against Senegal was also very impressive. They'd worked on it quite hard. Morocco haven't been tested in a shootout yet in this tournament, but they did beat Nigeria in the semi-final 3 years ago. So they've got that in the back of their heads. This will be the 3rd shootout for Ghana in WAFCON history. They lost to Nigeria in the semi-final. In fact, that was a golden goal. And then Algeria just a couple of days ago.
I think also the spotlight then turns onto the goalkeepers. And of course, Ghanaian goalkeeper Kunlani, much more fresh in terms of experience-wise. Elmishi didn't really start off the tournament well, with the handling errors sometimes. I think she'll be going a little bit nervy into this one, and hopefully the one who prevails to be calm and composed, as you said, Mark, is the one who will make the better decisions.
Komlan did make those 2 saves against Algeria, so that'll be in the back of her mind. She's tall, she's rangy. To be fair, neither goalkeeper really had a big physical test in this game, so they should be pretty fresh. But it comes down to this. Don't step off the line, that's the golden rule. I'm sure they are well versed in it, but referee insists that they go through all the rules again. Morocco have the first kick. It looks as if Ait Al-Haj will take it. She's taken over the captain's armband from Shebak here in the closing stages, and a captain's responsibility now. Jraidi, remember, scored from the penalty spot in the tournament. So did Shebak, who's not on the field anymore. Jraidi is. Here's Al-Haj. Ait Al-Haj does well, sends the keeper the wrong way. Perfect start for the host nation. Josephine Bonsu will be the second penalty taker, the first for Ghana. And immediately the pressure's on her, but she took the first penalty against Algeria and stuck it in the back of the net. She covers her ears as the crowd whistle. Most intimidating atmosphere. I'm sure she's never been through anything like this ever before. Plays in the second division in Germany. Had one season in the Women's Bundesliga. Her side promoted and then immediately relegated. Josephine Bonsu, Berlin-born. Can she deliver Ghana's first penalty of the shootout? Does so successfully. Calmly as well. It's like she was going down to the shops for a loaf of bread. Easy finish.
Easy finish indeed. She took her time. And I think that long walk was just really to reaffirm herself, to shut out the noise, to choose your spot, and just give it a good amount of weight on the ball.
Ibitsam Jraidi now, the 32-year-old striker. 2 goals against Mali in the previous round. One of them from the penalty spot, successfully thrashed into the back of the net. She's going to hammer this down. Route 1. Komlan will know that as well. She would have watched that game. Ibitsam Jraidi. Oh, same thing, same finish, same reaction. No chance there for the keeper.
Absolutely no chance. It's as if Jraidi does this in her sleep. Good conviction, leads by example. She's got the experience as well. Full laces. And just blasts it in the back of the net.
Celebration in the crowds. Morocco lead by 2-1. Ghana with their second of the night. Kusi, who came on as the first change. Alice Kusi, 30-year-old, based in Saudi Arabia. Big responsibility now. Up against the goalkeeper, Rechi, and no chance there. Kusi, super accurate. And the small band of Ghanaian fans, they directly opposite us, over on the far side, trying to make a bit of noise amongst the whistles and jeers. 100% record so far, 2 kicks apiece. Now it looks as if Morocco are asking Anissa Lamari. My apologies, this is Kenza Chapeli of Strasbourg in France. Third kick for Morocco. Who's going to blink here? Chapeli, goalkeeper Komlan. Smartly done. Well, the penalty taking, when you contrast this with England and Sweden the other night, absolutely superb.
Yeah, superb indeed. Chapeli sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Not much power, but just swaying the goalkeeper with just the body language.
Evelyn Badu scored in the shootout against Algeria. She took the 4th kick. Now she's been entrusted with the 3rd one because Boy Roca and Bodua are both off. Evelyn Badou. She's missed. Huge roar as Morocco go in the lead. Badou misses. Keeper went the right way. Well, she beat her for pace, but the accuracy was missing, just wide of the post. Now Anissa Lamari to take the fourth kick for Morocco, give them a 2-goal advantage, and force Ghana to score the next to stay in it, if she gets this one. 3 out of 3 so far, 3 green dots. 100% success. Can Lamari make it 4 out of 4? Yes, she can. So now, Ghana must score. And then Morocco need 1 more to win. If Ghana don't score, it's all over. Responsibility for a massive kick for the Black Queens has been handed to Comfort Yeboah, the tender age of 18. Outstanding game. Still based in Ghana. She won't be there for long on tonight's performance. Yeboah needs to score. Yeboah saved. Morocco in the final. It's Morocco, Nigeria on Saturday to decide the Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Desperate heartbreak for the Black Queens. They did so well tonight, but Morocco are through. 4-2 on kicks. Oh, hang on. Everybody is being sent away by the referee, because she wants to check whether that ball and the all clear has been given. So Morocco are through. Comfort Yeboah had her kick saved. Celebrations erupt here in Rabat. It's the host nation against Nigeria. It is, Amanda, a little bit of a dream final, even if you don't want to admit it as a South African.
Of course, it's a blockbuster, Mark. And of course, I think the Nigerians, after watching this, they're probably now going to prepare thoroughly as well, even just for extra time and penalties. Very clinical from the Moroccans. They fought, they gave it everything. You saw the changes coming in, being instituted, but what a fight from the Ghanaians. I thought they showed great heart. It would have been very difficult for them to do back-to-back penalty shootouts. It's a very young team. They should be proud of the stage where they're at. Semi-finals, I don't think anybody gave them a chance to be where they are.
There's the decisive kick. Brilliant save. They did check whether she'd moved off her line. And after a little bit of a delay, while the Moroccans were already celebrating, that has been confirmed as a legitimate save. Well, Morocco edged Nigeria in the semi-final last time out 3 years ago. Now they meet again, this time in the final. The host nation up against the record champions on Saturday in Rabat. It is going to be an absolute humdinger. Ghana plays South Africa on Friday in the third place playoff. That's going to be an interesting game too. But on the balance of play, perhaps Morocco deserve it of their progress. 1-1 it is. 4-2. Morocco win on penalties.
How do you feel about this?
Can I speak French? With the emotion, I cannot English. Je suis très contente qu'on ait pu se qualifier. Je pense qu'on mérite cette qualification, passer en finale. Et Dima Mrareb et Ouradin Djiboua!
Quick look at some of the statistics from today's game. After extra time, Morocco winning the battle on possession. Ghana outdid them in terms of shots. Morocco 2 out of 13 in terms of accuracy. That's something that they'll certainly want to look at. Passing accuracy wasn't bad though, almost 75%. 3 yellow cards to 1, and the corner count narrowly won by the Moroccans. So those are the results from today. Nigeria winning in stoppage time at the end of 90 minutes in Casablanca, ending the reign of South Africa. And Morocco, Ghana drawing after 2 hours of football. Morocco advancing on post-match penalties. That means a Friday night clash in the third place for the Black Queens and Banyana Banyana. The Atlas Lionesses and the Super Falcons will decide the title on Saturday.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.